The lethargy syndrome. Dr. Patel tapped his pen against the desk, eyes scanning the file before him. The numbers didn't make sense. Heart rate dangerously low, metabolic function sluggish, yet blood oxygen was strangely high. He glanced up at his patient, Jake Turner, slumped in the chair across from him. Jake looked worse than when he walked in. His skin was pale, almost waxy, and his eyelids drooped as if every blink took immense effort. "You said you've been sleeping. How long per day?" Patel asked. Jake swallowed thickly. 18 hours, sometimes more. His voice was barely above a whisper. "But the more I sleep, the worse it gets." Patel frowned. "Worse how?" Jake exhaled slowly, like the act itself took too much energy. "Like my body, Beko, doesn't want to be awake anymore." The words sent a chill up Patel's spine. He reached for his pen light and gently tilted Jake's chin up. When he shined the light into his patient's eyes, a deep unease settled in his gut. No reaction. The pupils remained dilated, dark pools of stillness. Patel leaned in closer. The veins around Jake's temples and neck were raised slightly beneath the skin, dark and slow-moving, like ink bleeding through paper. His medical instincts screamed at him. Something was wrong. "Jake," he said carefully, "have you been exposed to anything unusual? Chemicals? Toxins?" Jake's lips barely moved. "The pond." Patel stiffened. "What pond?" Jake's breath hitched, and for the first time a flicker of something else crossed his face. Fear. "Hiking last month." His words slurred together as his eyelids fluttered. "Fell in. It was warm, thick, smelled sweet." Patel's pulse quickened. He grabbed a sterile swab from his desk and ran it gently along Jake's forearm, pressing it against one of the raised veins. A dark, viscous substance clung to the cotton. Patel moved swiftly, placing the sample under his microscope. The moment he adjusted the lens, his breath caught in his throat. Under the glass, Jake's blood didn't just flow, it moved. Thin, filament-like structures stretched and contracted, writhing in a slow, rhythmic motion, almost like they were breathing. A sickening realization settled in Patel's gut. It wasn't exhaustion, it was colonization. He looked up just as Jake's head lolled back against the chair. His veins pulsed again, spreading, and then he stopped breathing. The lights flickered, the room filled with silence, and Dr. Patel was suddenly very, very afraid.